first met chocolate Labby Jasmine in 2017 when her owner contacted me in regards to some gut issues that she'd been having. Now, after consulting with Jasmine's owner, I decided to place her on a leaky gut regime as I believed that this was the best place to start with her issues. Now, Jasmine did really well on this regime, but sometime after stopping it, she started to have some mild but recurring symptoms. So we decided to repeat that regime again, and she improved. Now, over the next couple of years, she experienced good health, but always seemed to have the occasional niggly little symptom that might pop up. We kept Jasmine on some gut supporting nutrients. She was on a raw diet and made sure that she was chemical free also, as well as being mindful of any stress. Now, in January this year, Jasmine was suddenly taken into hospital suffering from a severe bout of vomiting and bloody diarrhoea. Now, she was fairly quickly diagnosed with HGE or hemorrhagic gastroenteritis. Now, her vets said that this was one of the worst bouts that they had seen. Now, sadly, Jasmine went downhill very quickly, and within a few days, a decision was made by her owner to put her to sleep. Now, as a promise to her owner and to honour Jasmine's love of life, I wanted to put together a short video on what HGE is and what I believe are probably the three main reasons it occurs. So stay tuned to find out more about the HGE that sadly took Jasmine's life at the age of 9 years. Hi there, Lyndall Pinchin, canine naturopath from Canine Vitality. Welcome to my channel, Happy Healthy Dogs, where it's my passion to help you help your dog live a longer, healthier life naturally. I do appreciate you being here. Thank you again. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe if you feel moved to, and click on that little bell to be notified of all my upcoming video content. So what is hemorrhagic gastroenteritis, or HGE? Now, HGE is an acute disorder that's characterized by severe vomiting and bloody diarrhea. Now, most cases occur without warning in otherwise often healthy dogs. Now, the main and most disturbing clinical sign is large amounts of bloody diarrhea, very often bright red. Now, some dogs may have a sore tummy, they might have decreased appetite, there might be lethargy or fatigue or fever. And it's a lot more common in small and toy breeds, but really it can absolutely affect any dog at any time in their life without warning. Now, if this occurs in your dog, it is essential to seek emergency vet help, as it can be fatal if left untreated. Now, usually fluids and medications such as antibiotics are routinely given. And while many dogs do recover from HGE, there are certainly some that end up losing their life to this disease due to the dehydration. So what causes such a severe condition to develop? You know, the truth is nobody really knows. So today I wanted to share with you what I believe are possibly three main reasons that might trigger such an acute condition, and why some dogs might be more prone to it than others. But please note that these are only my thoughts from my own research, and that none of us can really say for certain why HGE develops at all. So firstly, one of the first things I connect HGE to is the potential of it being an autoimmune response that may be triggered by vaccination. Now, we know that every vaccine causes an overexcitement or overactivity of the immune system, and this might be enough to trigger an event of HGE, causing this inflammatory and leakiness of the gut that allows for HGE to progress. And while, as I said, this is still a theory, from my perspective, this does make sense. It makes sense to avoid vaccinations where possible at any time of life in terms of keeping your dog's immune system balanced and healthy. And if you do decide to vaccinate, which of course is your choice, consider using homeopathics such as thuja and silica, along with vitamin C, to help offset any potential negative reaction or toxicity. Now, along with autoimmunity, there can possibly also be an allergic reaction that might be leading to this inflammatory response. And while no actual link to allergens has been found, sensitivity to certain foods may also be a trigger in some dogs. And I have found that there are many dogs out there who are sensitive to certain foods, especially those that are commercially based or that are non-organic. Now, oftentimes it's the toxins and chemicals that are found in processed foods, etc., that actually cause our dogs to be hypersensitive as opposed to the food itself. So this also might be enough in some susceptible dogs to trigger a bout of HGE. And you know, on that note, guys, toxins in general can have a wide and ranging negative impact on our dog's body. So if your dog's been exposed to toxins from chemicals of any kind, processed foods, vaccines, medications, household cleaning products, smoke, etc., this can all cause a buildup of toxicity in the body that may have the potential to cause some sort of an acute attack of diarrhea that is as severe as it is in HGE in the body's attempt to get rid of these toxins. So secondly, undiagnosed bacterial infections. Now these may also contribute. Now some of you might remember a video I did recently on something known as endotoxins. Now these are toxins that are released when certain types of bacteria die, and they can lead to a whole range of problems with the gut, damaged intestinal lining and so on, that can allow fluid and other substances through. One of the potential bacteria links in HGE is type A Clostridium bacteria. Now, this bacteria is normally found living in your dog's digestive tract. Now, in this case, it's not an endotoxin that is released when this bacteria dies, but an enterotoxin that is produced by this living bacteria. Now, Clostridium has been found to be the cause of a range of types of diarrhea in dogs, including acute and sudden attacks, such as those that occur with HGE. Now, in regards to this, an overgrowth of Clostridium and the enterotoxin that this bacteria releases into the gut is what leads to the potential damage of the gut lining and subsequent acute diarrhea episodes and fluid loss. Whether a dog will fall victim to this gut damage has a lot to do with the breed and the strength and health of their gut, as well as their overall general health. So once again, maintaining gut health is imperative to help avoid any type of inflammatory diarrhea attacks of any kind. We all know that leaky gut syndrome can lead to all sorts of health issues, and the stronger your dog's gut is, the less likely there will ever be, that they'll ever be affected by any sort of this, attack like this. And finally today, the third thing I think is probably more likely to trigger HGE than anything else is stress. Now, those dogs that are highly strung or nervy tend to be ones that are more likely to develop HGE. And once again, I think this makes sense. Anxiety, hyperactivity, and general nervy behavior can have a real physical effect on your dog's body and can lead to elevated levels of stress hormones like cortisol that can really deplete the immune system, along with agitation of the nervous system itself. Now, we all know that stress can cause a whole range of health issues. And in terms of the gut, this is often where many anxious dogs are physically most sensitive. So it may be that this sensitivity, along with lowered immunity from those elevated stress hormones, is enough to weaken the gut and leave it more open to sudden attacks such as HGE. You know, one thing is for certain, although we don't know exactly why this condition occurs, it makes sense to me to do all we can to reduce stress and build gut and immune health in our dogs to prevent not only this, but any kind of health issue related to the gut or anything at all. And remember, if your dog has any sudden symptoms where there is this acute bloody diarrhea in particular, please seek immediate veterinary attention in case you are dealing with a bout of HGE. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's short video, and I know that Jasmine's owner will enjoy watching this. Hopefully it'll give you a few more answers and maybe a little more peace into how, the passing of Jasmine. You know, if you are if you do have a dog that's suffering from any sort of health issue or gut or anything at all, then feel free to please reach out to me. Leave me a comment below or contact me via my contact details. They're always left in the descriptions below. I would love to hear from you. If you did enjoy today's short video, please give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe for more video content. And I hope that we can remember today Jasmine, who will be watching over us, I'm sure, sending us all her love. So until we talk again, guys, have a beautiful day, and we will talk again very soon. Bye for now.